Welcome to Fallawsophy. I'm your host, Jennifer Fallaw, and today I have a little bit of a Jentel update. And I have some thoughts about Thanksgiving, and then we'll do some questions. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here. I did have a little bit of technical difficulties before we started, so still Mercury retrograde, I think. The computer thinks it is. So you guys want to let me know if you can hear me? Can I get a 10-4 that everything is, you can see me, you can hear me? Ten four. All good. All right. Okay. So, let's see what we got here. You're going to have to excuse my voice. I don't know if I have something or if I'm allergic to something new. I think it's the dry heat in the house. I have to put out like a humidifier or something. Got all the heaters on. I'm just all scratchy. But I've been talking 24/7 like all week. So who knows? Who cares? Okay. Let's get right to it. So this week we've got disclosure going on. We're in the middle of that. That's going to keep rolling out as far as the political goes, with the white hats and everything, and that's fun. That'll be fun to watch. And then we've got didn't happen on this Wednesday. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. I asked the angels this morning, asked the team this morning. As far as the RV goes, what's coming? Where are we at? What's going on? And they said notices. I love it when they use a different word. If they would have just said notifications, then I would have thought, okay, I could put that in there. I could put that word in their mouth. So notices. And I said, what do you mean notices? Now, could this be some kind of notice out of Iraq? Possibly. But I asked and I said notifications. They said yes. I said when? They said Sunday. That's where we're at now. I assumed that if it didn't happen by the end of this week, we were probably down for the Thanksgiving holiday, but that is an American holiday. And if it's a behind the scenes event, a lot of people are traveling, but if it's behind it, we can still make our appointments. Okay? Hang on a second, my ring light just fell. Let's see. I gotta go fix that. Let's see if I have any old commercials that are not relevant anymore that I could play for you. All right, please enjoy this commercial while I go and fix the ring light. Okay, something, I don't know. Hang on a second. All right, so that happened. There we go. Anyway. And that's all I really have. Let me go and see if anybody sent me anything that I can actually share with you. Nope, can't share that with you. So I just want to take a minute to talk about the boulevard. Okay. Now, this is just my opinion. You might want to get some. I think that's why, when asked if I'm an M or a B, we've got so many Bs. It's not that everybody are, huge bond holders or they have so much dinar or anything. I've never really been that excited about the dinar. The dinar is just a kingpin to kick everything off. For some reason. I think it's going to be a good price. I think it's going to be a good rate. I think you'd be really excited. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have any inside information on that. Well, that's I don't. I think we'll be pleasantly surprised about that. I've always said that from the beginning. As soon as I became aware of the boulevard, I was like, wait a minute. This is like the highest return. I think so. And for me, bargain shopper over there at Ross, TJ Maxx, and everything all the time, and Home Goods, I'm like, that's a good deal. I mean, we could blow that money at Walmart in a flash. I mean, it's nothing. Might want to get some. Just saying. Yes, it is happening. Yes, it is a real thing. The people that are going to try to tell you at Thanksgiving that you're crazy, don't talk about it. We're going to talk about that in a second. They don't know. They don't need to know. They haven't been following it. They don't understand it. If this is something that somebody really needs to follow, the financial transition, they need to understand the difference between the fiat money system and real money, and how it's failing. They need to understand that this is inevitable and it's going to change worldwide. We're just waiting for the go. Okay. Our part, 4B, behind the scenes, it might. Now it could be that the holiday comes and we see nothing and something happens after that. Okay. Banks closed, whatever. But the world keeps turning. Okay. And if we're just making appointments, for all we know, the appointment could be for Monday after the holiday. They could be taking this week, this time, to make the appointments. We don't know. So keep your hope. Keep your faith. We're still good. Okay? All right. We got to roll with the punches. It's like the light falling down. Whatever we get hit with, we just keep going. Okay? Show must go on. All right. This is not really a thoughts over coffee. It's just basically that Thanksgiving's coming. We're all the black sheeps, the outcasts, the freethinkers, the visionaries. We don't fit in with all the cookie cutter opinions and, the programming and everything like that. So it's a little bit hard for us to have conversations at a family gathering. We've been working on creating our peace, maintaining our peace, resisting the opportunity to engage in low vibrational behaviors and thoughts. Okay? There's a perfect opportunity to practice. Recently, I've been hearing Christ consciousness keeps popping up into my head the last couple of days. It's not a term, or it's not something that I usually think about or I've learned about, but to me, Christ consciousness is what would Jesus do? Okay? It's basically everything that we've been taught to do is to be love, act that way, live it. Don't just go to church and um act like a good person there and, oh yeah, I'm so divine and I'm so this and I'm so that. That's ego. You start calling yourself divine, you start calling yourself all those things. That's ego. You got to live it. Okay? Um so I'm not having a big family gathering because, for the last 2 years after I told my stepfather to go F himself because he was being abusive to my children in text messages, saying, "Why haven't you figured your life out yet at 19?" It's like, she's 19. Anyway, so I told him he was drunk and an idiot, and yeah, so I got kicked out of the family. So I'm on my own over here. I still talk to my mother and my brother, and that's all I really care to associate with. But I remember when we used to attend the big family gathering. They're all so negative. Oh my god! It's like just the mental preparation before we'd get there. It's like, okay, what are they going to say to the kids? I mean, my sister's going to insult me, and like as soon as I walk in, I mean, how are we going to handle this? The 3 days after when I'm doing, cleanup work with the children emotionally and everything, just to go to the damn family gathering. We don't participate anymore, and it's been a wonderful relief, really. I chose to have the people in my life who add to my life and to distance myself from that kind of ridicule. I mean, it's just terrible. It's terrible. But they're all stuck in the 3D programming. They've all gotten very used to. Their lives are so boring, really, is that if they can't talk about you after you leave, they've got nothing to talk about. So, what they were looking for, and I was reminded this morning, what they were looking for was ammo to use against me later. I have always been a good girl, straight laced. Yeah, I partied when I was younger, and that was fun. But and I can let loose when I want to. But for the most part, I'm very grounded. I have to be. I'm a good girl. You really got nothing against me. I've had to live my life that way because of these people, so they had nothing against me. Okay, they'll make something up. But so if you have situations like that, let's start practicing. Let's not be triggered by them. That's what they want. That's what they want. Let me see how I can trigger her. Hey, what about the RV? And what about, looks like your president's doing well, or something like that. This is what we want to do. We're going to work on alchemizing the situation. We're going to transmute the energy that's thrown at us, throw it back in a positive way. We're going to diffuse the entire situation. Okay? That's what we've been learning to do. We need to apply it in our real life. So let's create. I haven't written this all out, so I'm probably going to wander again. I will do the readings. What time is it? Yeah, we got plenty of time. Yes, we have plenty of time. So let's say you've gone to all this work. You've made the meal. You're waiting for people to come over. You're going to have to go over there and bring something. And there's always that one person that you know is there that's so forceful with their opinions, if they're liberal or just looking for validation from everybody about how smart they are. That's really what's going on. That is what's really going on here. So we recognize mentally and emotionally what they're really trying to do, especially if you're the parent and it's a daughter or a son. They're seeking your approval for how smart they are. They're liberal. I'm staying up on this and this and that, and I am so smart, and where is your approval? And you don't agree with me, so you don't think I'm smart. You don't think my opinion is valid. You don't think this. Okay, well, let's recognize. Let's let people talk. The entire purpose of the day is to enjoy our family. Let's lead by example. Let's remember that. If they start talking about all of their liberal opinions and politics and things like that, we change the subject. We acknowledge what they've said. That is an interesting point of view. I'll have to think about that. Done. But hey, I was reminded the other day of that friend of yours that you had a long time ago. Remember them? Whatever happened to them? And let them talk. Change the subject. You don't have to discuss politics. You're not going to flip anybody. Especially someone like that who is so determined to seek your approval. Let them talk about their life then, and not that subject. Well, how are the kids doing? How did your garden go this year? Change the subject and let them talk. Open-ended questions. Okay? If they come back at you and say, "Oh, you're changing the subject. What's wrong with you? You're wrong. You're wrong." Well, no, I just like to think about that for a little while. You have a valid point there. And then we're done. We're done with that. Completely diffused the entire situation. If you come back at them and say, "Well, no, you're wrong. I must teach you everything about vaccines and medications, and you must change your ways, and you need to know about the politics, and you need to know about the financial transition, and you need to know everything." We've completely ruined the holiday. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You already know that. If they're being forceful with you, we let all that negativity just hit our bubble of light, our mirrored bubble of light, and just let it fall back down. Acknowledge that, yes, I see that you're trying to be a smart, informed person and trying to save me from myself, from my visionary point of views. And I acknowledge that is, you have a valid point there. You're very smart. And in my mind, I'm thinking, well, you fit right into the mold here, a society's mold. Yes, you have listened a lot, and you have regurgitated everything that you have been programmed to regurgitate, and very good job. Yes, you're smart. I'm going to need a little time to think about that. What's going on with kids? Okay? You can apply that to whatever situation it is. And there's always someone. With me, my sister was always trying to find fault in me because, I don't know, she's just jealous of me because I exist. She was born first. We were 11 months apart to the day, and has had, I don't know why. We have completely different lives. I mean, she's fine. She has a good life. I have a good life. I mean, why are you always looking for fault in me? So when we have someone like that who's looking for fault in us, understand. Just let them do it. Just let them do it. Understand that they're looking for fault in you because they're terribly insecure about themselves. That they see that the gathering that you've provided, or the way that you look, or the way that you're living life is good, and it triggers them because they are jealous or they feel insecure about their life and their self. They want to diminish you somehow. So let's have empathy for them. Let's not allow them to trigger us. Let's have empathy for them, and in our minds just think, oh, okay, feel sorry for them. Shelly comes in, my sister, and she's like, oh, yeah. Well, whatever. I don't even know. I can't even come up with an insult right now. It's always passive-aggressive insult. Like, I can't even think of anything. So they come up with some passive-aggressive insult. We're just going to compliment them. Yes, that's going to be hard to do. That's going to be hard to do. But you're not accepting, you're diffusing the situation. They're sending negative energy to you. You're going to flip that around and you're going to say, well, you look pretty today. Yes, you're ignoring what they're saying. You're not giving any validity to what they're saying that was a negative comment about you. Well, you look pretty today. Have you lost weight? Done. Because we go through all this work. We do all of this to provide a happy family gathering. Why? Because the day is special, right? It's a special day. It's a holiday. And on the calendar, it's just another day, isn't it? Just another day. But we, in this country, holidays, we can have countries, religions, races of people, tradition, they're different everywhere. And we don't celebrate the same holidays as other countries or other religions or other whatever peoples. We have our own, okay? And what makes this day so much more special than another? Because the collective consciousness, the collective energy believes that it is. And so it is. And you will notice that even in the morning when you wake up on Christmas Day, or when you wake up, yes, there are activities during that day that are exciting, that are different from other days. But you can, even the moment that you wake up in the morning on Thanksgiving or Christmas, it feels different. Just like a Saturday feels different than a Monday. Why? It's because the collective belief about that block or that moment in time embraces the concept that this is a special day. And so the energy that you're exposed to in the collective consciousness, in the collective reality, is brighter, happier, more exciting. What if we were to choose collectively that every day was special? That every new day that we were allowed to exist here is a brand new hopeful beginning. It is an important day. What if we led by example and each day decided that it is a beautiful, wonderful, hopeful day? I'm going to add to the collective consciousness. I'm going to add to the collective energy, and I'm going to put positive energy out into it so that it does feel like a special day. Like every day is a gift. We can do that. Because if you can wake up, open your eyes, and feel the difference when it's Christmas Day, Christmas feels magical. Thanksgiving feels like fun, abundant. Easter feels sacred. Halloween, even Halloween, if you don't celebrate, you can feel the collective. It feels kind of fun. Kind of fun. Well, we get to, it's different. If we can feel that in the collective energy around us, then we can consciously add to that each and every day, and especially in our own personal reality and the collective energy that flows out from us to our family, in our own household, in our own jobs. You cannot control everything, but you can definitely add to it. It will shine through you, your attitude, your facial expressions, the way you act, the way you speak will be changed by the choice to decide that every day that we exist here is a blessed day. We make choices as soon as we open our eyes in the morning. People say, "Oh, you got up on the wrong side of the bed." They're talking about the choice this morning. What did you make as soon as you opened your eyes? What choice did you make about how your day is going to go? A lot of people, they don't even think about it and they just decide, I don't want to do this. I don't want to get up. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to go see those people at work. I don't want to do all these tasks that I don't want to do. And now I'm having a bad day. I'm going to have a bad day. I'm going to go destroy everyone's happiness with my negative energy and darken their energy fields with mine because I'm having a bad day. That is a choice. We don't have to do that. Okay, whoever's calling me, you're calling at the wrong time. It's not your time. But I'm not going to let that give me a bad day. So, when we decide how to spend our day, and if it is a special day, like a holiday, and we go to all this trouble to have this happy family gathering, don't feel responsible to control everyone's behavior in the gathering, but you can definitely add positive energy into it by refusing to be triggered, refusing to join in the fight or the argument or the insults. We are the wise ones. We know there is hope. We know there is change. We understand about energies. We need to live it. So, when you're sitting at the table and the conversation starts to turn to a negative place and everybody starts arguing about politics or whatever, you look for your window. Let's shift the conversation to something that empowers that person to speak of something they love. How are your dogs doing? Right there. People love their animals. It's, oh my God, they're so cute. Oh, the other day they did this and that. And so that's how you shift something. And the energy of the room, you will feel it. I want you guys, it's an opportunity on this holiday to tune into that. How do you feel when you get up in the morning? Is it a special day? Tune into the collective energy. It's not just in your house or around your house, it's worldwide. This is why we're affected by the collective energies, and we have days like or periods of time, and the placement of the planets and everything affects that too. Certain times of years, the veil, the thinness, but collectively, what people think will affect what they project, and what they project will go out into the energy field, the collective energy field, and you will feel and have a reaction. You will feel the difference. Now, somebody said, I have no family. Well, spoil yourself on that day. You're still going to be affected by the collective energy field, the collective consciousness. This is why the dark side knows that the programming is so important. And the people that you encounter who are stuck in the programming, they believe everything that they see on the news and everything the doctors told them and everything that they've been told politically. Just understand that's all they know. And there is and they've been told if you are be a good citizen, and if you believe this and you do that and you have this degree and you do everything that you're supposed to do to fit in, you're a good girl or you're a good boy. The rest of us, we don't care. We're just like, we're the visionaries. We woke up. They're still asleep. Have empathy for them. Understand you're not going to flip them right now. If they're still talking that way, they're not ready. They will see eventually. They will come, just like people in the spiritual community know. They will come to it when the time is right. Everybody is on their own spiritual journey, their own life journey. They have their own path. Understand that when the time is right, they'll wake up too. Probably when the rest of the collective starts waking up. So don't feel responsible to flip people this holiday. Just enjoy your people. Enjoy your time, even if you're by yourself. With your dog, enjoy your dog. Have a feast with the dog. Plan something to look forward to, like watching something on TV. Order the meal in. Go and get something you don't normally let yourself have. Make it a special day. But remember to be thankful on that day. I've done this thing my whole life. And if you explain it to people, it sounds a little bit crazy. You know, I might be a little bit crazy. Who knows? It's working for me. Ever so often in my life, it's like this pause. Like when the kids were little, it's like a snapshot of a day. Like all of a sudden I realized, oh yeah. 10 years ago, I wondered where I'd be 10 years from now, and this is it. This is where I am. And I'm still here when the kids are little. I need to enjoy this. It's a thought like that. Okay? So when you have these people over or go to somebody's house, oh, I gotta go to my sister's house and it's always a pain in the ass and I don't like that and she's making me make something that I don't like to make, which, just whatever. Just go. Because the reality of this life is that nobody knows how long they have. And even if that person is a total pain in the ass, after they pass, you'll miss them. You'll long for the day that they're standing in front of you. Enjoy them. Let them talk. Let them tell you about their life. Compliment them on their house and the way they cooked and how they look and things like that. Be the example. Enjoy the moments. I have the opportunity with my profession to not only learn from my life experiences, but from everybody else's. And as a medium, when I do the mediumship, too often I hear, well, we didn't get along in this lifetime, and I regret it. I didn't enjoy the time I had with them. I let things that are so unimportant now get in between us. And I missed all that time. Wisdom is not just being self-aware or aware of how things should be. Wisdom is understanding that everything we do in this life to survive has turned into, and the dark side likes this, has turned into, well, who are you? What is my identity? Well, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a vet, I'm a this, I'm this, I'm that. I am acceptable. I'm acceptable society. It doesn't diminish what you've accomplished. That is wonderful. Accomplish as much as you can. Be the best version of yourself that you can. But if it is taking over, if it is all that you are, how much money do I have? If money becomes the most important thing, if your ego becomes the most important thing, then you are worshiping false, excuse me, I just spit on myself, false idols. Because when it's all said and done, take it from a medium. When it's all said and done, the only thing that's really important is how you loved the people that loved you, how you are remembered, what impact did you make. So, stop for a moment when everybody's talking, even if they're fighting. They are there on this holiday. They're there. You're at this, you are here on your timeline, and they are still there. I don't want to hear about people that aren't there. We're talking about people who are there. Enjoy the moments. And if we were to live our life this way, where every moment and every day is precious, even if we're working, even if we're cleaning the freaking toilet, I mean, like, I am here, I am having a physical experience. I have these connections to these people, they are important to me. People waste too much time. If we saw existence, our life, and our path this way, time would not go by so fast. Time, well, I noticed that when I was a child, what time is it? Yeah. When I was a child, summer vacation was like a year to me. Why? Because I was outside with my friends every day, exploring we lived in a place where you go up into the hills with the horses, and we were just exploring everything. Every day was a new experience. An hour, we had fun. We didn't worry. It was just about enjoying each and every moment. As adults, our life is so structured. Well, it's structured, it's split into days. And then it's like, well, I can't really enjoy myself today because I have to get up, I have to get ready, I have to go to work, I have to do all these things and see all these people that I don't like anyway. Gotta run to the store, I gotta come home and make dinner. And then and then I get to see everybody that I love, and then I get to, and then maybe I will take 2 hours before I have to go to bed and get up and do it all again to enjoy myself. So we're living for the weekend. And then the weekend comes and the week is gone. And then we wait for the next and the next and the next. And all of a sudden a year is gone. And you're like, where did the time go? It's because our lives are so structured. It's because we're doing so many things we don't want to do. Can you just stop doing things you don't want to do? No, because we have to function in society. This is where we live. This is where we landed. But we could stop looking at our life that way. We could live in the moment. We could realize that we're a soul having experience and just be centered. Most people can't even enjoy the 2 hours at night that they have or the weekend, because on the weekend they're like, Well, I have to worry about everything I have to do in the week. And not only that, but I have to worry about this invisible umbrella of debt and problems and all of my negative thoughts that are creating something that may or may not ever happen off in the future somewhere. Everything's just weighing down on us. Where is the joy? Where is the happiness? And we wait for the holidays. Okay, well, the holidays are coming. I can enjoy myself on that day. Oh, but there's all that work I have to do, and these people are a bunch of jerks, and I really don't like any of them except this one over here. And maybe it'll turn out okay, or maybe I'll actually get to sit down and take a minute and enjoy like 20 minutes before I have to get up and do the dishes. Stop doing that. We gotta stop doing that. We all do it. I did it. This morning I thought back, and I do this periodically in my life. Like, there's just some kind of trigger. Like, something enjoyable. Like, I see the kids laughing in the kitchen or something, and then I'll think, they're still home with me. Someday, real soon, they'll be gone. And they'll never be living here again. They'll get married, they'll have their kids, they'll be off, they'll be busy with their lives, and I'll get maybe the holiday. And phone call and text, but my kids are going to bug me. But what I'm saying is, 10 years ago, where was I? And then 10 years before that, where was I? And where will I be 10 years from now? And it just kind of wakes me up, and it makes me remember that time is very precious. This is a moment in time that will never be again. This is an opportunity for me just to slow the heck down. Stop with all the perceived, worries that could of everything, that every way that everything can go wrong. With all this unimportant crap, and understand that right now I'm here with them, and they're here with me, and they are that age, and they are laughing, and they are happy, and all is well. This is a good moment. Let's remember this. Let's take a snapshot of this. Let's choose to recognize it. And maybe I don't have to wait so long until the next time I realize how important these people are to me. And some people wait until people are dead. And no, it's not all your fault. But we're working on being evolved. We're the, chosen ones. I don't like that term, ego. Or the wise ones. We're the ones that are going to lead by example. So let's start for our own good, and the good of our family, and the good of our holidays, and we can shoot out positive energy into a collective environment that will produce a result. Everyone is affected by the collective energy. Be a beam of light. Be a beacon of light. And one way you can do that is they will trigger you. They'll try to pull you in. Oh yeah, how's that Trump doing? Yeah? Has he fixed everything yet? Are we great yet? I saw a bumper sticker like that the other day. I almost got triggered. I'm like, well, you're ignorant. Do this with your family. Do it in small situations. But most of all, start enjoying the moments, however small they are. And time will not move so quickly. It's our perception of time that moves quickly. I'm pretty sure time is moving just as fast or slowly as it was when I was a child. But back then, a year, even high school years, 4 years, I'm like, God, that was such a long time. We had so much fun. Why was it such a long time? Because we had so much fun. I did. I had a lot of fun. So don't let people trigger you on the holiday. Remember what you've learned. Remember who you are. Do not, if you are being so forceful with your opinions and what you know, wait for somebody to ask you for the wisdom. If you're being so forceful with your opinions and what you know, you're doing the same thing that they're doing. No better. Just two opposite opinions here. They're yelling at you to believe what they believe. You're yelling at them to believe what you believe. You're not going to get anywhere. Nowhere. Okay. So we're going to have a good holiday. See it, say it, be it. We're having a wonderful holiday. Let's make every day a holiday. Let's add to the collective consciousness. If we get enough people to do that, we can create real change. We can raise the collective vibration. That is when people talk about 3D, 5D, that is what we're moving towards. And people say, oh, when are we going to instantly, flip over to 5D? I'm like, we're not. We're not going to instantly flip. There's not some event where, well, sorry, cut off, you didn't make it. Okay, what about the teenagers? They're screwed. There's no way they're going to be high vibrational. They don't get a chance. You see, it's ridiculous. That entire theory of 3D and flipping over to 5D suddenly doesn't make any sense when you're talking about ascension. Ascension is a personal thing. Ascension is a collective thing. In order to shift to a higher vibrational existence, the collective you have to have more people in the collective that think this way. It will affect the collective consciousness and the collective energy. It's a journey, just like everything else. So understand that your people are not there yet. Okay? They have just as much right to have their opinions as you do yours. If you're fighting with them, say there's a liberal in the family and they're fighting with you, you're not helping them. The only way that you can help is by leading by example, by being the bigger one, by refusing to participate in that. You have to defend yourself, right? But don't let it escalate, because then what happens with the collective energy in the room, and everybody can feel it shift. Oh, this is uncomfortable. Those two are fighting. Not only can you hear it, but you can feel it. Plug your ears and close your eyes. You can still feel it. It completely shifted. Well, in that time, we're going to diffuse that. We're going to say, you know what? You have some valid points there. I'm going to need time. I don't really think I'm where you're at yet. I'm going to need time to talk about that. I'm going to think about that. Okay, yeah. You'll see the shift in the other person. Oh, okay, I'm making a breakthrough with her. Yes, you are. I'm absolutely going to think about that later. Hey, how's your dog doing? Or how's your friend doing? Or that shed you're building, how's that going? Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Shifted it, everything gets back. Now we've got this loving flow of energy going back and forth, and the collective energy of the room shifts. Okay? Think about it that way. I don't remember what my point was. I think it was just that. I'm just rattling on. I didn't know what to talk about today. Let's see if I wrote anything else down. Most of the time, when the angels teach me something, they plant seeds. When I started writing my children's novels, my slogan was planting. I think it was. I don't remember. Damn dementia. Here's my One of my bookmarks from a long time ago. I've been doing this the whole time. I just realized that recently, that yesterday I was talking to a friend, and I realized everything that I've been teaching that I think I'm just coming up with over here for adults, it's in the children's series. All the concepts. The story of a girl who learns to view fearful situations as opportunities to be strong. Sing that. Guidance from loved ones and a newfound inner strength help her face her monster in her reoccurring nightmares and find her way to the wish field, a place of infinite possibilities. Facing her monster, she turns around and blasts the dark shadow monster in her dreams and defeats it because she refuses to keep running from it. She finds her inner strength. She remembers who she really is. And she uses light, not darkness, to conquer that. Then the wishflower field door opens, and it is a place of infinite possibilities in the dream state where children wish on dandelions and they manifest things instantly. Okay. Interdimensional meditation. What have I been doing for adults? I've been sending them to heaven. Where's the wishflower field? In heaven. Same thing. This is already written. This entire thing is already written. That's awesome. Lessons learned and wondrous adventures await her in this heavenly dreamland and leave her with a quest to find her way back. It's not all on this thing, but oh yeah, it's gonna be an awesome story. I mean, the movies are gonna be amazing. With all these kids in the wishflower field, wishing on dandelions and creating all these things to play with and have adventures, and it's gonna be a wonderful movie. There's 5 books in it. Book 2 is almost done. It just got put on hold, and I beat myself up for a long time, thinking, "Oh my God, you're just the most terrible writer." I mean, it's been years you haven't done anything with this. I had to learn. I had to understand what I'm doing. Now I understand what I'm doing. Now we have the apostles involved. Why am I so close to Jesus? Why am I talking to Jesus? Because this is what he taught us to do, is to be love, turn the other cheek. Does that make sense now? And to not participate, to love your enemies. That is not participating in the exchange of dark energy. Okay? So let's be beacons of light in the room. Let's be at peace. Let's enjoy our people no matter what they believe and what they think. They are there. If they were to die tomorrow, you'd be a total freaking mess. And it would hit you. If you were to die tomorrow, they would be a total freaking mess. It doesn't matter what year it is. It doesn't matter what the politics are. It doesn't matter what the current state of the world is in and the money. None of that matters. How much we have, what job you have right now. The only thing that truly matters when it's all said and done, and what people come to me for, is the personal connection. How we treated each other. How we spent our time. What's most important. Because everything else is just how you make your way and survive in this world. And you can't take it with you. That's the only thing you take with you. So take a moment to let the chaos diffuse. If you have to say, "Oh yeah, that's you don't really believe what you're saying. Oh yeah, maybe I'll think about that." You have a valid point. You're basically just telling the person that you love, "I hear you." Because most of the time, that's what they're fighting with you for. You don't hear me. You think I'm stupid. You don't think that my points, my ideas are valid or my opinions are valid. Acknowledge their opinions. But then change the subject. It doesn't need to be at the dinner table. All right, let's get to some questions. You can start with your Rumble Rants. the hell time is this? 38. All right, we got 20 minutes. Yep, 20 minutes. I'm gonna finish up the emails tonight. I was trying to do that and get the gift cards out last night. I fell asleep with the phone in my hand. Sorry. I've got too much. I tried to get too much into this week so that I could take next week off. I am taking next week off. I have a lot to do. I'm not having a lot of people over, but I have to do my things. Okay. I'm gonna try and not do everything on Thanksgiving for the meal so I can enjoy myself like Annette Bowden does. I'm sure she's probably got it all worked out. She's probably cooked everything ahead of time. My friend, I've adopted her as my Italian big sister, and she's which she gets me. I mean, she gets me. Like we we make way too much food. I cannot believe I'm not Italian. But I have to. Why? Well, basically because the day after and the weekend is good shopping days, and I was born and raised shopper, so I'm gonna go shopping, and you're all gonna live on this for like 3 days. So that's what's gonna happen. Anyway, I gotta do it. I gotta run myself into the ground because I'm not happy for the holidays. I love it. I will make you fat during the holidays. I will make you fat. So you might as well just diet now because you're gonna eat it. I'm going to present you with a wonderful bounty. Okay. Here we go. Donna E. here. My daughter Katie N. is having a very difficult relationship. She deserves so much better. Will she end it soon and be okay? And when will she find her true love? It took me to find mine. Oh, it took a while to find yours. I do think she wants to find her true love. Self-esteem is low. This is a lesson for her. And we all go through it. We have to kiss a lot of toes to find our prince, okay? And we do have to go through situations in our lives till we get to the place where we decide, you know what? I am worthy of something better. I don't have to stay here. Just let her go through her situation, of course, be that shoulder. And give her guidance. You can give her your wisdom, but she's got to make this decision. He's really hard to get away from. She'll be all right. It's not going to last forever. Flower Point 2024. Or Points 2024. Am I an M or a B, Gabriel? B. I can't say your name. Jesus Christ rose from the dead to give us eternal life and heal our bodies. Look him up and ask. Well, here, let me ask him. Is that true, Jesus? Yes, it is. It's absolutely true. Absolutely true. I viewed the Annunciation in meditation twice. That's true, too. I don't know who you're preaching to. We're all on board here. We're all on board with God, Jesus, positivity, love, everything else. Bakemeyer. Hi. Are you talking to Mary? Oh, you're talking to Mary. Hi, Gina. Thank you, Gina. And I'd also like to thank Sue Rose for her dedicated effort. Every time I'd write up she types out the Jentel for me, no matter when I give it to her. Thank you so much, Sue Rose. Jen, Lynn G here. Is my currency good, M or B? M. Hi, Jen J here. I like what you served today. Well, thank you. Great message. Pure of heart, speaks truth, counting our blessings during this season. Thanks giving. Yes. Enjoy. Yep, enjoy our garden. Wonderful. Thank you. I'm just doing monthly supporters until I get down to the Rumble Rants here. I don't think I missed any Rumble Rants. No, not yet. Not yet. Hi, Dr. Sarah. Yes. I get what you're saying. Be that every day. Yes. The Promise Mega. Jen, does my mother Georgia have a message for me? It's Mary. Thank you very much. Promise Mega. You're safe. You're going to be fine. Take your time to rest. Like, I feel like it's not okay for me to stop. It's not okay for me to rest. Take time to rest. Michael was telling me because I don't have a first and last name. Linda Fossey thinks my giant coffee cup is hilarious. Woman, if I could have like a 32 ounce of the coffee on me, I don't because it's probably not a good idea. I'll drink coffee all day long. I have to stop myself from drinking coffee. Like addicted to it. And my eclectic coffee cup collection, I love that. I do. I collect. Can you see me? Can you hear me? It's spinning. All 10-4? All right. I'm going to do the Rumble Rant so I can get them done just in case our signal's going out, okay? Montana Treasures. Hi, Jen, daughter Mary, and family are traveling to Charleston for Thanksgiving weekend. Will they have a safe trip? Yes. Everything will be fine. Okay. Red, White, Blondie. Hi, Jen, Tiffany. Do you see when my husband Jesse will stop working out of state? I feel that this lesson on time today is prompting the question because I'm tired of being apart for a paycheck. I know, hon. I know. February or January. January, February time. He'll stop working out of state. Yeah. You come together very soon. Very soon. Now, I know you don't like the time right now when the husband's away. But very soon, he's going to be under your feet like 24/7. Okay? So you might want to just like enjoy the time a little bit, get some things done. Because I did get that at some point in time, you're going to be like, he's here all the time. Okay. Hi, Jen, it's Jean. Do you see me as an M, 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 or B? M, 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 M. Karen, Patriot Nurse. Well, okay, guys, stop with the Rumble Rants because I've got to get going in a minute. Sorry about that. You know, I just have too much to say lately to do so many. Karen, Patriot Nurse. When will Tina Peters either be released or get the medical help she needs? Tina Peters. In a month. I just heard in a month. Hi, Jen. Will my project be approved? Sherry. Yes. Crazy Cat C. Hi, Christine here. My cat Bella is experiencing issues urinating again. Can you see what's going on with her kidney infection? Take her in. Hi, Jen. Amanda W. here. I have a bladder infection again. Can you see what's going on? You're reinfecting yourself with the fabrics that you're putting close to your body. You need to bleach everything. D. Drunner 17. Hey, Jen. Sarah here. There's a situation at my child's school. Will it be resolved and peace come back, or will I need to change my kid's school? You need to go down there. I'm sorry. I am the wrong person to ask. Okay. You need to go down there and start calling in the principal. You need to get the principal involved in this. That's what I do. I don't mess around. I'm like, oh yeah, you're not going to teach. I'm going to go talk to your boss. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to your boss. We're going to get this handled today. That's what you need to do. All right. Nancy M. Thank you, Jen, for being you. I love you, Nancy. It's my girl. Okay, I did the Rumble Rants. What time is it? I got 10 minutes. I might pop on. I don't know what the next week's going to be like. Yeah, more than like, I don't really want to. I just want to have free time to decorate and shop and do all my domestic things to make Thanksgiving lovely. Action. Well, no duh. All right, I'm gonna end the show now because I think that's just gonna keep happening. I love you all. I'll be on Fallawsophy on Telegram throughout the holiday. If anything happens, I'll post whatever I think is relevant. If we get our 1-800 numbers, keep watching your emails. Keep watching Telegram. If you don't get an email, we will make sure on Telegram that you know what to do. Okay, you're not gonna miss it. All right. I love you all. Have a wonderful holiday. And talk to you later.